when my own family betrayed me. They expected tears, arguments, and revenge. Instead, I stayed silent and walked away. They celebrated what they thought was their victory, but they had no idea that the truth was already moving behind the scenes. Within weeks, everything they had built on lies began to collapse, and karma delivered a lesson none of them would ever forget. For most of my life, I believed loyalty mattered more than money. I worked hard, helped relatives whenever they needed support, and trusted the people closest to me without question. My parents always taught me that family stands together during difficult times. So when my younger brother approached me with a business opportunity, I did not hesitate. He promised transparency, honesty, and equal partnership. I invested years of savings into the project because I trusted his word more than any contract. At first, everything seemed normal. The business grew quickly, and customers loved our services. My brother constantly updated me about progress and assured me that profits were being reinvested to expand operations. Whenever I asked detailed questions, he had convincing answers ready. I never imagined that someone I had supported throughout his entire life would use my trust as a weapon against me. Looking back, the warning signs were there, but loyalty often blinds people to uncomfortable truths. One evening, I accidentally overheard a conversation that changed everything. A former employee contacted me and quietly suggested that I review the company records myself. His voice sounded nervous, as though he was risking something by speaking to me. After ending the call, I spent hours examining documents I had previously ignored. What I discovered left me staring at my computer screen in disbelief. Large amounts of money had been redirected into accounts I knew nothing about. My name had been removed from critical decisions, while my brother and several relatives secretly divided profits behind my back. The betrayal became even worse when I confronted no one. Instead of creating drama, I remained calm and continued observing. I wanted facts, not excuses. During the following weeks, I collected evidence and documented every inconsistency. Meanwhile, family gatherings became painful performances. The same people who smiled at me across the dinner table were privately discussing how successfully they had manipulated me. They believed silence meant weakness. They mistook patience for ignorance. Every fake smile strengthened my determination to uncover the complete truth. The turning point arrived when I hired a private investigator. I did not tell anyone. The investigator examined financial records, property purchases, and communication histories. Within days, a shocking pattern emerged.
Funds from the business had financed luxury vacations, expensive vehicles, and investments hidden under different names. Several relatives were involved, and the scheme stretched much further than I expected. The investigator handed me a report thick enough to expose years of deception. At that moment, I realized that karma had already begun its work, because people who lie repeatedly eventually leave a trail they cannot erase. Rather than exposing everything immediately, I waited for the perfect opportunity. A major family celebration was approaching, and nearly everyone involved planned to attend. They expected another ordinary gathering where they could continue pretending nothing had happened. As conversations filled the room and laughter echoed through the house, I calmly connected my laptop to a television screen. The room grew silent when financial records, transaction histories, and documented evidence appeared before everyone. Faces turned pale, smiles disappeared. The people who had mocked my silence suddenly had nothing to say. My brother attempted to deny everything at first, but the evidence was overwhelming. Every transfer, every hidden account, and every dishonest transaction appeared in front of relatives, friends, and business associates. The truth spread faster than anyone expected. Several investors withdrew support immediately. Business partners demanded explanations. People who once praised my brother began questioning everything he had ever told them. Within days, the reputation he spent years building started collapsing under the weight of his own actions. The most dramatic moment came when authorities and financial auditors became involved. Investigations uncovered even more irregularities than I knew existed. Assets were frozen, contracts disappeared, opportunities vanished. The same relatives who had ignored my concerns suddenly called me, hoping for help. Some apologized, others blamed each other. A few claimed they were victims too. I listened politely but refused to rescue anyone from consequences they had created themselves. For the first time in years, I felt completely at peace. Months later, my life looked very different. I rebuilt my finances, launched a new venture, and surrounded myself with people who valued honesty. The experience taught me that revenge is rarely as powerful as truth. I never screamed. I never threatened anyone. I never sought to destroy lives. I simply allowed facts to surface. The people who betrayed me lost far more through their own actions than I could have taken from them through anger. Today, whenever someone asks how I handled such a painful betrayal, my answer is simple. I stayed silent because I trusted karma to do the talking. And when it finally spoke, nobody could ignore what it had to say. Sometimes the loudest response is silence. The people who betrayed me thought they had won because I did not fight back. What they never understood was that truth does not need defending forever. Eventually, lies collapse under their own weight. Karma arrived without warning, and when it did, it spoke louder than I ever could.